Hi, you guys. This is your girl, Jess Bree, and I want to do another story time. Um, for some reason, I've been inspired by what I've been seeing on YouTube, and it's just funny to me that I got these stories that, you know, that I kind of want to share and either make you guys laugh or cry or whatever. Um, so this story is about the time I went to spring break and my boyfriend at the time got arrested for hitting me. So, okay. So what happened was I was it was back when spring break Daytona Beach was popping. It was black whatever, black college whatever. Spring break. I don't know what they call it cuz I'm not from Florida, but I had moved to Florida to stay with my dad cuz my parents had split. Anyway, so it was So me and first of all, I don't know if this is the same because I went twice. So the at one point, okay, we were driving. We drove from where we lived to Daytona, which was probably like an hour and a half away. And oh my God, I got a couple stories. Okay, so we were sitting on this bridge because the traffic was backed up, and traffic was backed up and we sitting in the car, we chilling, looking at everybody. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? And I just so happened to open my door, car door. Oh my God. It was so embarrassing. Cause and a motorcycle was coming at the same time as I opened my door and he flipped and fell out the bike or whatever. So I was just like, oh my God. He was okay. Nothing happened. He was fine. Thank God. That was so crazy. But I don't know if this is the same trip. So, because we went 2 years in a row. Then, okay, real quick. One time I went, and by me being from New York and I was in Florida, um, I had knew about the Fuji's was kind of sort of just coming out. They had been out for a little minute, and um so, me being from New York, I'm like, yeah, that's my group. That's my group or whatever. So Wyclef come walking out of this hotel and me being young, starstruck, so stupid. I'm like, Wyclef. So I run and I like literally jump him and wrap my arms and legs around. Oh my God. I know he thought I was crazy. But anyway, so back to the story. That's just a little sidetrack, a little extra something. So my ex-boyfriend, we had a tumultuous relationship. He aggravated the hell out of me because, he wanted to hustle or sell drugs or whatever. Cause he was a felon, I believe. And at the time, I was in my early 20s, just getting 20. I don't even think I was like 18, 19, 19, 20, something like that. Anyway, so he pissed me off because I kept trying to tell him, get a job, get a job. Now, the reason why I couldn't completely break it off with him is because he wouldn't leave me alone. Okay. So, and the sex was pretty good. So, so anyway, but I still maintained a relationship with him because he had took upon, he had took up with my daughter, him and his whole family. Like that was their till this day. She 23 until this day. That was 22 years ago. To this day, his sister still be we Facebook friends, and she'll be like, "How's my niece?" I mean, to this day, he was in love with my daughter. Not nothing sexual, not nothing like that. And I'm always leery, especially now, of that being, introducing a man into your child's life or whatever. But thankfully, none of that went down. He was in love with my daughter. The town that I had moved to from New York to Florida, it was a rumor that he was my baby daddy and all this and that, whatever. So he was supposed to be watching our daughter, and while I went, gallivanting down the street in Daytona. So next thing I know, this nigga comes showing up in Daytona. He must have caught, I think he caught me to see where I was, because basically he was there already, and I end up telling him. So he comes, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Why are you here? Where is Brianna, my daughter?" And he's like, she with Auntie, his aunt. And I was like, "Oh." So I'm just aggravated that he was there because I want to do my thing. I mean, the dudes down there, now that I know they rent cars and stuff just to go, but still, like the car game, I love the South when it comes to their cars. Like, and it was so many fine men. So anyway, and I just want to get my Mac on. I ain't gonna even lie. Um, so later on that night, we had got into an argument in the parking lot outside of this hotel. So, um, I was just like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna go home because you ruining my swag, my vibe, everything. So we arguing, and then at some point he grabbed me by my throat or whatever, and like got me down on the ground. So this girl on the balcony of the hotel, some random girl, she was like, "Leave her alone, leave her alone, let her go." So I was like, you know what? F it. We about to go back home. This vacation is over. I'm tired. So I get in the car. I'm like swerving. We get in the car. I'm swerving down the road, headed back towards home, leaving my homegirls. Like I can't remember which girls I was with. Anyway, leaving them. Oh, it was Carla, and somebody else. Leaving them and just taking off. I didn't even have my child. Listen, I don't know what the hell that was all about. Probably just being extra dramatic. So anyway, take off down the street. Um, so we driving and we going back and forth yelling, and then we pull into this gas station and we switch seats for some reason. So then as we leave out of the gas station, we get to a light, and at the light, we just going at it. He punches me in my nose, and I probably slapped him a couple times. He punched me in my nose, and I'm like now, mind you, this is the middle of the night, and I'm like flailing my arms, and you can see him in the rearview mirror, but it's dark. But oh my God, why was this cop sitting right behind us? So the cop seen my arms flailing in the rearview mirror. So the cop pulled us over, and she gets out. She looking at him. She looking at me. It happened to be a woman, which is that was funny in and of itself because because the way I look. So because I think I was bleeding, my nose was swollen or whatever. So he looking at her, she looking at him, she looking at me. She like, "Get out now!" So she gets him out the car, arrests him, Mind you, we're an hour and a half away from our house where we live. So he getting arrested in a whole nother county, a whole nother city. So I just jump back in the car and I go back to the hotel. And so and it was a bunch of it was some guys from where we was from. I ended up in their room or they was in our room or some shit. So I just got in the bed, was quiet, got in the bed because everybody was passed out. I just got in the bed and went to sleep next to one of the homeboys. I forget his name. I wonder if he's still alive. So then the young lady, one of the girls I was with, I'll just say her name Carla because she dead now anyway. Carla, she so we get back home. Me and Carla lived together with my baby, but we ended up falling out about something. I can't remember what it was. We fell out. So I was over my dad's house. I think I had moved back with my dad. However, it went and she ended up telling my dad what happened, what the boyfriend had did to me. And so I think my dad asked, I have a horrible memory, y'all. I think my dad asked me what happened, and I was just like, I ain't really even answer him, but my nose was probably still a little swollen anyway. Um, so he just the next thing I know, my uncle came over, and I just remember them walking out the house because they was going to look for boyfriend, but boyfriend was out of town, locked up. So, um, obviously they didn't get a hold of him, and so that's the end of that story. But yep, that's it. Another crazy story. But spring break, I will say, was off the chain. Oh my God. It was so much fun. I only got a few pictures left. And I cherish those pictures and those memories. All right, you guys. Peace out. Like, share, subscribe. Yada, yada.